There's one thing that I know. People love patches, especially if those patches are iron on. And if you give the patches a really good design, like maybe the theme from Wicked, then you really have something going there. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create iron-on patches using the designs that were created from the Wicked theme in Canva. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get to it. Hi everyone, I'm Vanessa S. or by Vanessa S. and welcome to my channel. And if you've been here before, welcome back to my channel. For this project, you will need printable iron-on for light or dark fabrics. It doesn't matter, just as long as it's the printable iron-on. You're going to need some heavy-duty Wonder Under. I'm using the faux suede, the Cricut faux suede. I'm using black. Then of course you're going to need a printer as well as an iron of some sort. Okay, so in order to create the base of the patch, we're going to create offsets for each one of the designs. And to do that, all you're going to do is click on the design, click offset, whether you want it a square offset, meaning whether you want the edges to be rounded or if you want them to be square. In this case, I like the way the rounded looks, so I'm going to make it rounded. Make it a little larger for you. Put it over here. So offset, square, rounded, and then determine how thick you want the foundation to be. Now the foundation, the base of it is going to be a fabric, whether it's a cotton or twill, or in my case, I'm using a faux suede. So I want the patch to be a little thicker, the foundation around the actual design. So I think 0.3, 0.22, I'm going to make it 0.25 around, should be good enough. And I can size it. So again, click on your offset, make it look like, okay, click on your offset, size it the way you want, and then apply. And so your offset, this is going to be the fabric part. So your patch is going to be the fabric and your design is going to be inset into it. So you have to make sure that it's set and sized correctly. And because these are no-sew patches, that's even better. Okay, and so it doesn't matter what color the offset is. You just want to make sure that they're all the same color. Now I'm going to do this for all of them. In this case, all three of these designs are the same. So I'm going to want the same offset. So the only thing I have to do is to duplicate the offset 2 more times because they're all going to be the same size. And I'll do the same thing with this offset, is duplicate it twice more because again, they're all the same size. Now I'm going to take the designs themselves and hide them. I'm going to group them and then just hide them because I don't need them for right now. So I'm just going to take them, group them, and hide them, because essentially what we're doing is we are going to cut just the offsets. So now we have the offsets for all of the designs, and they can all be the same color so that they can all cut at once. I'm just going to make all of the offsets black. They're not going to cut black. They're just going to be on the same mat for cutting. That's the reason for making them the same color. After you have hidden the actual designs and you've created the colors for your offsets and you've got them totally aligned the way you want them, the next thing to do is to change the status of the operation. It's no longer a print then cut. This is going to be an actual cut, just a basic cut. And so you want to change all of your offsets to basic cut, because this is going to be the back, the foundation. And then after this, you can take it to your cutting device so that you can cut it. Okay, now we can start actually making magic happen. See what I did there? All right, so I have my suede cutouts of the offset shapes. Okay, and these are the faux suede, and like I said, I decided to use black. And these are the shapes of the actual patches. These. So the Wonder Under is what makes a regular patch into an iron-on patch. The Wonder Under, if you have not ever dealt with it, is paper on one side, and then you have an adhesive on the other side. However, what happens is when you iron your patch onto the adhesive side of the paper, what's happening is the other side of the paper, this side, has a sticky element. And so it's not sticky to touch though, unless it's warm. So once you iron the patch to the Wonder Under, once it cools, you'll be able to pull the paper off, and then you're going to have the adhesive side of the patch in which you can now take and iron it on to some other fabric. And that's what's making it an iron-on patch. So before we add this, I'm going to add the patches. And the reason why I'm doing that first is because once I put the heat on the patch itself, we're going to have to also add heat for it to stick on here. So I want to add the patches, I want to add the iron-on to the patch, and then add the patch to the backing, the Wonder Under backing, and that's going to make it the adhesive. Okay, so let's start with, I'm using my Cricut mini heat press. I love this thing. Okay, so to start, when using the printable iron-on, you have to take off this backing. You just peel it off. You don't really need anything else. You just want to be careful that you don't tear it. So you're just pulling it off gently. And then you're going to take it and place it where you want it. So when using the heat press for suede, you really don't have to leave the heat press on too long. You just really just kind of go over it, just kind of like a once over. And I'm using, actually you can, for this you can use the lightest with the least amount of heat. I'm really just touching it. And that's all you need to do. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm going to take the Wonder Under. I have all the patches, the back side of the patches. I'm going to take the Wonder Under and I'm going to heat the Wonder Under onto the patches. And I added parchment paper underneath just in case it gets sticky. And again, you don't have to do a lot of heavy ironing, and you don't have to keep it on too long. You just want them on long enough to where that adhesive sticks to the back. And that's all you want. So as you can see, the adhesive is now stuck to the back. Only thing you have to do is cut it around. And now, after you cut the excess adhesive off, now you have a fabric patch that's iron-on. Only thing you have to do now is take your patch and iron your patch onto another piece of fabric, and you have an iron-on patch. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Ring the bell so you're notified of future videos, and of course subscribe. And remember to share, because sharing is caring. Until next time.